So the latest Marvel Snap card has arrived with the season pass. It is ZABU, and it is busted. I really think this card is so nuts. It's a 3/2 with ongoing. Your 4 cost cards cost 2 less, and that's bonkers because it cuts their cost in half. It's perfect on curve because you got the turn 3 ZABU, and then you play 2 4-drops on turn 4. It's amazing on turn 6 because you can play 3 4-cost cards. The energy cheat on this card is ridiculous. That's always worked well in Marvel Snap with things like Sarah. Even Mr. Negative's really kind of an energy cheat sort of card with an extra bonus, but it's a recipe for success. And man, ZABU has some lines that just look too good. I played a couple different ZABU decks on the first day of ZABU's release. They both honestly felt good. The one in this video, though, did feel a little bit better. This is a deck that's all about using Shuri to double a card's stats, and Wong, in fact, sometimes to double up that Shuri effect for some absolutely enormous plays. And this borrows heavily from decks that are using Shuri into Vision and Shuri into Arrow as particularly powerful on-curve plays. It offers some flexibility and utility that just stats alone don't always provide. So you've got ZABU on turn 3, then you've got, if things line up super well, Wong into Shuri on turn 4. Then you've got this amazing turn 5 play, Vision going up to like 28 power, for instance. And then you fill it on turn 6 with some additional, maybe, two cost 4s, some 2s. You just kind of work things together there. And yeah, this deck just felt really consistent and won a lot of games. I think a trap many people will fall into for ZABU is putting every 4-cost card into their deck and just going absolutely crazy. I think having a more targeted selection of cards that synergize well while still running some complementary energy costs is gonna feel better overall. That way, if you don't hit the ZABU, your deck just doesn't totally fall apart. Whereas if it's all 4s, you're gonna have some very awkward curves. I think this deck finds a nice middle ground there. Of course, this is super early. I can't tell you this deck's going to be amazing forever, but it's promising. It won some games. I think there are probably going to be 3 or 4 different ways to play ZABU well, many of which I will showcase all throughout the week with different decks. But I have to say this one felt really, really strong and powerful. So enjoy some of the completely bonkers games you're going to see. ZABU enabling Shuri Wong shenanigans is really, really fun and hopefully really strong too. Hey, real quick, before we move on, I'd like to talk about our sponsor for this video. It's Moonbreaker. Moonbreaker is a super fun strategy game with miniatures. It's made by the folks who made Subnautica, which is one of my absolute all-time favorite games, and the world and lore are created by Brandon Sanderson, a famed fantasy author many of you may know. And on top of that awesome pedigree is actually a really good game. I've been streaming it on Twitch for the last few months. Basically, you assemble a roster of miniatures that all have different stats and abilities, and then you battle it out against either PvE or PvP opponents trying to take down the enemy captain. Oh, and you get to paint your miniatures if you want, which is really, really fun. So if you want to check out the game, there's a link in my description to the Steam store page. You can read some reviews, see more videos, read more about it. It's currently 20% off for a limited time, so go check out that sale. I've also included a link to my stream VODs down in the description as well. If you just want to see me having fun playing the game, see more gameplay, check those out as well. Ooh, Nexus Shuri is always pretty fun. We also know that Arrow Shuri can be pretty disruptive for Nexus, maybe pulling some stuff into play. Okay, the early snap. Are we going to counter snap? Not yet, no. We'll wait, we'll wait. All right. Oh, that's a good ZABU play. We can find a ZABU. Oh, do we go armor here to protect like the Shuri Arrow stuff? Probably. We don't need to use all 4 spots anyway, and we don't have any counters in our deck. We don't have our own Shang-Chi or anything, so I don't think there's any reason for us to worry about destroying their stuff. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know, man. Let's just go. I don't know. I shouldn't have snapped because I actually want to see this happen. Dang it, I shouldn't have snapped. I shouldn't have snapped. I shouldn't have snapped because I want to see it happen. I'm afraid they're going to retreat. Oh, they don't. Okay, good. Okay, good. Maybe we actually get to see this crap happen. Hear me out. Do we just play this now so it doesn't get messed up in any way? Does it ever really get messed up anyway, though? I mean, we're revealing first, so we know this is gonna go off, right? Why risk it, I guess, right? A leech doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing disrupts this. I guess like an arrow could maybe mess with it. No, I'd pull an arrow into their arrow spot. I mean, there might be something, but this usually just works, right? That's one of the cool things about Wong Shuri is that it just works. Okay, they just played a Zabu. Okay. This is a really unsatisfying animation, by the way. Okay. This is going to be very large. I mean, it's going to be quite big. How do they possibly contest this? I mean, it's not impossible, right? Oh, we're actually locking down their nexus, though. Let's see how that goes. Spider-Man shouldn't matter with a 128 power arrow. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. Oh, that would matter if they had a Shang-Chi, but they don't. All right. Sure. Yeah. Opponent retreated, really? I wonder why. I wonder why. The chill 128 power arrow, you know, no big deal. Okay, cloning VATS. Scorpion is always hilarious. Screw your hand. Oh, Wakandan's evening it out though. No. That'd be really fun to go Scorpion, Absorbing Man. There'd be no reason to play the Absorbing Man, of course, but it'd be funny. Scorpion, Shuri should be. Oh my god! If only we had a Zabu. Wong on. I mean, do we go Wong on 4 and a Shuri on 5, or is the Wong actually kind of overkill? Because we want to hit Shuri and a Vision into. The Wong feels a little like overkill, doesn't it? To me, anyway. I think the Wong is going to be excessive. Like, we sacrifice too much power to get the Wong. Basically. Ooh, Electro. We have Galactus problems here? Yondu. Could be like Null Galactus, maybe? That's kind of a neat thought. So this is going to be a 36 power Vision. Assuming this all works. Yondu again, but super debuff, of course. Copy the Vision too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah. We absolutely probably just want 2 straight Visions, don't we? Yeah. I was thinking about Galactus, but well, what about Galactus, guys? Do we think it's Galactus? And if it is the Vision enough? Guys, I'm gonna play around Galactus. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, not Galactus. Okay. Just the Null itself. Huh. Okay. Well, now I don't know what to expect. It's not Arnim Zola. Dexter, yes, we will battle as soon as we're able. I mean, maybe we move vision over to be safe. This is what, 28? But then I really lose to Galactus. There's no way it's Galactus though. You don't play Null left, you're playing Galactus mid, right? Unless it's just like the ultimate juke. If they juke me with it, no way, no way, no way. There's no way they juked me here. There's no way. That's just a null, right? Oh, Shang-Chi. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay. I thought that was I legit thought that was a Galactus for the like giga brain juke. Play it left, debate me left, thinking it's not Galactus. Woo! Some more Warcraft fans in the house. Ooh, Nexus with Zabu. How do we get big here? Shuri, I guess, right? Surely Shuri. Oh! Zabu already coming down. Oh my god. Let's not greed the Shuri yet. We're gonna have plenty of mana. Let's wait, right? Let's just go here, play it safe. Iron Man. Oh, Mr. Negative Iron Man. Okay. Zabu as well. Negative Zabu. Putting their Zabu in the Nexus lane, though, I find pretty intriguing, huh? Love to hit a Wong still, so let's hold the Shuri long as we can. Honestly, even a turn 6 Shuri would be okay, as long as we had a payoff card, like a... Well, we don't really have any big 4s. Rescue would be the biggest, I guess. So probably want to do a turn 5 Shuri. Okay, I guess we go arrow here, right? Just make the monster arrow and then try to finish on maybe an Iron Man. An armor would be cool because I'm a little bit exposed there, but I don't expect them to have a Shang-Chi and a Mr. Negative deck, right? I mean, maybe with Zabu though, it's a 3/4. It's like, I don't think so, really. A 1/4, maybe. Iron Man there, -1. Okay. I mean, surely between Arrow and Iron Man, we just can't lose this. I mean, I guess if they had a Mystique and scaled somehow, that'd be pretty crazy. But hopefully this arrow is actually disruptive and pulls some garbage into this lane as well. Absorbing for double Shuri. It doesn't work with Wong. It's not actually a terrible idea, but I think since we know board spaces are a liability here. Oh yeah, that's gonna lock this location. Hopefully that's... Oh, nice! I think we're gonna be fine, maybe? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
All systems go.
So they're still just too small here. I mean, I guess they had some kind of crazy board, like going across the board type thing, but yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Victory.
Arrow putting in work as always. All right, that dude, they did have a line though with Spider-Man. That was pretty cool. Like if that hadn't been an arrow, if that had been like a vision, we might have been screwed. They could have gotten so big with Wong. No, Wong was in a different spot. What was that Wong for then? I don't actually know. It's okay. Still a pretty good game. Shuri in hand is good. Dude, Shuri, I just bought Shuri, right? This is my first night with Shuri. She's busted, which I've heard everybody say, you know, I've seen it against me. I believed it, but seeing it firsthand, she feels so good. Because it's one of those things where, you know, often she might not be... It's not that she's often necessarily like hyper stat efficient herself, but in other words, you know, if you double like a vision normally or whatever, Shuri gets an extra 7 stats effectively. You're giving them the vision, but you know, she's worth an extra 7. That's a 4/9. That's not like unheard of power level, you know. 4/9's not the most obscene power level ever. But you're condensing the stats into a single location, which can often be better than spreading them out too much. Sometimes spreading stats, you don't actually win anywhere. You just kind of contest everywhere. And particularly when you have the 5-cost payoffs of arrow and vision, you're condensing those stats into locations where you know they're going to be meaningful, because the arrow is pulling your opponent's stats with it. So you know, for instance, they're going to have stats here too. I'm going to waste their stats by outscaling their stats. And vision, of course, you can move the stats wherever you want. So it's like magnifying the utility of your best cards as opposed to just the raw efficiency. So it's both efficient and magnifying its efficiency, which is pretty cool.
Wind, aid my hand.
It's an incredibly weak turn 5. How is the opponent intending to win the game here? Silver Surfer mid adds 6. That's 13. If they go Silver Surfer plus another 3 to the right, that's 0 plus, let's say 6 plus 2. So White Queen does kind of contest. Boy, this is a little iffy though, honestly. If they had a big enough 3, like if they had like a Polaris, I guess that would help me though, because it would pull stats over. Like a Maximus Silver Surfer right would win, right? They'd have 12 to 8. This is not a given, is it? What have I, Absorbing Man? No, it doesn't matter because they're getting 6 here as well. I'm only going to go to 12. What if they don't add any additional stats here and they just go to 13? Maybe I just go to 17. Yeah, again, Absorbing Man left I don't think works because I think they're going to be adding stats here regardless of the card with Silver Surfer, right? I think I just need to outscale mid. That's Brood Surfer, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, so we took the right line here. The risk here was they could have said, hey, I'm winning right anyway because I got Mr. Fantastic. So maybe I'll just put a 3-drop and Surfer mid. They could have maybe added another 6 here, let's say. Because like they play Killmonger and Silver Surfer here. And that puts them to 19 to 17. But this seemed like the more likely outcome to win. All right. This deck's feeling good, guys. This deck feels really good. Definitely feels, I think, more competitive than our last deck, which also felt okay. I think both decks we played tonight have felt pretty good. Fairly happy to have built 2 decks that I feel are somewhat competent. So ZABU means we're going to actually contest Raft pretty early. Are we willing to lock it down with stats, though? Like, are we going to be big enough here to go White Queen into, like, Lizard or whatever? Well, it's not really contesting it. Maybe we wait a turn to try to get a slightly bigger stat total into Raft. What did they just kill? I just missed it. What was that? I zoned out for a second. What was that they just killed? What was that? Oh, they played a Swordmaster there. So that must mean this is not them playing. It has to be Agatha. Why would you ever play Swordmaster there? It has to be Agatha. There's no other logical explanation, right? Yeah. No! No! I said that as I White Queened. Oh, no. Oh, but they waved, so I just get the giant stat. But oh, Agatha, you're a genius. Agatha plays into the Raft as well, so I both get the giant lead and I get the Raft activation. Not maybe the most useful card, though. Amazing, dude. This game has gone absolutely wacky. Yeah. Okay. This game went really wacky. I talked myself out of my good play. Ooh, goose. Oh man, if we get 2 gooses down, we might be in trouble. We got to be careful with the goose. If I'm playing a goose, I want to play another goose, you know? You got to be very careful here. Shuri could make Throne Room pretty nuts, I guess. All right, there's their goose. So Vision could still swing over to Throne Room. There is the Shuri, so all right. Yeah, we want to tempo the goose. Free stats is cool and everything. ZABU for them. That gives them a notable advantage here already, I'd say. Sure. Drax and rescue. Okay, our Zabu is a little late. And because of the vision, I think we want it to be... Oh boy. So we're moving vision over. He's gonna go to 28. I mean, that seems big enough because these are both actually pretty small, right? Yeah. And then maybe we just arrow right and we're good. This looks fine, right? We win. And I guess there's like a Silver Surfer would screw me or something, but you don't expect to see that, right? I mean, I guess if they play enough cards that something is... I think usually they're playing 3 cards max, though. I don't know, though. With Sarah and Zabu, they could certainly play more than 3 cards. I only have a 3 power advantage here. Yeah, let's give it a go. Oh, they played a lot of cards. Oh my god, dude. I just got bodied so hard. Oh my god, it wasn't even close. Oh my god. Absolutely bodied. Absolutely bodied. Man, yeah, if we'd moved vision right, we could have pulled it off. I didn't expect the Shang-Chi. Yeah, that's fine. Shang-Chi beats you sometimes, right? You gotta eat those. All right, good hand again. This is Pixel, Pi XL, Pixel. What's their name, I wonder? I think it's Pixel. Ooh, early Zabu we love. Okay, Squirrel Girl early. Could be Destroy, could be Patriot. Could be Kazar, I guess. Let me put this here, it's fine. Shuri is nice. Shuri Vision's cool. That's gonna take a minute though, so we might want to go White Queen in the meantime. Bucky mid, so Destroy stuff happening. Okay. Like a White Queen right. Ooh, we don't like to see that. In this case, I guess we get the Shuri down now because we're gonna lose our cards anyway. We want to get the power of the Shuri now. Still will be something good hopefully next turn to play. There are some hands that would be pretty bad though to get in return. Like Absorbing Man, Scorpion, and Armor or something would be a pretty bad trio to get. I mean, I guess actually Absorbing Man's not that bad now that I say that. I mean, do we hold here into the arrow for 16? I'm only ever gonna get to do this now if I do it, but I gotta sit on these till turn 6, which shouldn't really be an issue. We're gonna draw 2 more cards. If they're 4s in particular, we'll be able to play these on 6 anyway. So it's probably fine. Carnage. All right. I want to pull mid, so mid is locked. I mean, I don't know. We can also lock right, though, probably. Well, not always, though. I'm at 16. If I pull things mid, what are they playing on 5? Wave plus something. If they play wave... I don't have any 4s, unfortunately. I don't know. Vision might be better here. Flexibility might be more valuable. Then we can sack a lane for arrow next turn, maybe. The only lane I'd be able to sack to really is mid, which already has some cards there. But yeah, let's just take the vision flexibility. So yeah, that's the wave we feared. That makes the arrow good here, though. Yeah, I think this is... I think we have to trust this, right? They're usually playing 2 cards. That usually means they're both going mid. We just have to trust the Zabu wins in this case. Can I armor first before Absorbing Man? No, then Absorbing Man wouldn't work. He says if the last card you played had an on reveal, he would be looking at armor and going, nope, that's not an on reveal. And then he would die. He doesn't say the last... He doesn't say, we can't see it because he transformed, but he doesn't say the last on reveal card you played. He says if the last card you played. So you can interrupt him basically. I mean, theoretically, this is a winning play. I guess if they didn't play for She-Hulk because then they would have not played the Nova. So yeah, even leader is fine. Love beating the leaders, dude. That feels good. All right, leader plus death actually would have beat us, by the way, I guess. If they did have the death there, but I don't think enough had been destroyed. Maybe was death a 0 or 2 even? No, death was definitely 2 because they carnaged. No, they only carnaged 1. Oh, but they ate that Bucky Barnes too, right? So death was definitely 2. Leader death wins out. Alrighty, guys, I gotta go soon. This is probably my last game. We've won a ton of games with this deck. I mean, what? Spider-Man me, dude. All right, Vision can contest Sanctorum. Zabu in hand is good. We're gonna see what they got for White Queen. Oh, Squirrel Girl contests. Okay, we need that Vision probably. Shuri, all right. Shuri Vision would definitely win, but maybe a little overkill if anything. I think we might still just Shuri White Queen, Shuri left, and then White Queen. Or no, Shuri. Well, no, we got to play Shuri first. So, yeah, I guess Shuri left. Really, maybe it's Abman then, but I really want to see what I get off that White Queen. Absorbing Man's just not likely to be very good later is the problem. I'm really though saying that left is basically full up next turn. I guess that's okay because I can White Queen for 12. That's a pretty big power commitment and then play something right. But I need to hit Vision off the top here. I need to hit the 1 and 5. Otherwise I can't win mid. It's gonna be really hard to win the other 2 spots, I think. Easy game. I still need to win right though. This is still not actually that trivial. I guess we could try to arrow our way out of this, but there's no space left, so that doesn't really work. So Vision's like too big. He's overkill. The opponent though, wait, isn't the opponent screwed? The opponent can't play any more cards. Wait a minute. No, I just win because the opponent is screwed. There's no way they're going to be able to play enough cards here, right? They can play 1. They have to play something here. And then... Well, no, I mean, they can play cards this turn, I guess. But yeah, they couldn't play last turn. If they wanted a final turn. There's no way, in God's name, they're beating 14 power... Right, is there after playing 1 card left? Because they have to play a card left first. There's no way there's anything left that's big enough to contest this right. So Vision moves mid. And this is a monster play because of Zabu right. Yeah. That deck was so all in on the 4s. I still think that's going to prove to be the least, not the least, a less efficient way to play this deck. I think this deck will be a little better off going with a mix of... Because, like, yeah, when you hit Zabu, that's going to be a home run, A+, own the game kind of line. But if you run too many 4s and you don't have Zabu, I think it's just going to kill your deck. I think you need some 2s and 5s, basically, to fill in gaps a little. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to find out. Bast early. Okay. Bast early, always scary. So that means we want to play into Space Throne probably prior to turn 5 so we don't mess up. Zabu with Shuri Wong is pretty nuts. Let's see this last location, decide if we want to do anything with a snap here. Okay. Sure. I mean, we can't get too greedy on the Space Throne again because we got to play there by turn 5. So, I mean, even a what, a 16 power rescue might be good enough for us. Maybe we can't get any greedier than a 16. Maybe it's Lizard. We know Lizard's not going to get debuffed anyway, right? So, Lizard seems fine. Now, Strange Academy is also going to screw us on hub, though. So I need to play Lizard and Shuri again on hub. Just to set up for the big turn 6 on Strange Academy, right? Oh! God! That sucked. I would rather have the Wong mid than not, but oh, that Juggernaut's brutal, dude. That absolutely murders. Absolutely murders. Oh, hold up. This is already doubled here. I mean, we gotta try this, right? Only a 10 power Lizard, unfortunately. This is gonna move Iceman and Wong away, though. Dude, this Strange Academy and that Juggernaut combo is just so brutal. This moves... I can't keep the Wong open, can I? While also getting a buff. Like, the Wong always gets... I don't need it to be open, though, if I have the Shuri, do I? So this is, I guess, fine. But we're not gonna have any power right, and we're not winning left either. Maybe Arrow can still screw with him, though. Right? Maybe Arrow pulls out a Space Throne later. Oh. Okay, that makes life a little more interesting again, perhaps. When are they playing in Space Throne, now or later? And what do I want to double up? I kind of need to double up this Arrow, right? If I double up Rescue, it doesn't get big enough. I can't follow it up anyway, so what's the point? Yeah, let's just play for the disruption now. It's probably the best we can do, but hey Dark Sun, what's up, man? Oh, nice. We might actually disrupt a little. Let's see. Sarah, though. Okay. So that still leaves them... I just have to be big enough to contest mid, which doesn't really feel like Vision is, but they have to be able to beat mid and left, which with a Sarah out does not feel hard to me, to be honest, but maybe they like rely on a Shang-Chi or something here, and I protect with armor, and that's like good enough, you know? I mean, you think they're gonna play at least 3 cards this turn, so if they're playing 2 to 3 cards, can the one big enough be big? Can it be big enough to beat 9? I think is the question. And then are they gonna rely on a Shang-Chi is another question. I think this is winnable. The Arrow made a pretty big difference here, I think. No, we haven't really seen any Bast card. I mean, we wouldn't know, I guess, right? Oh yeah, this got hit by Bast. That got hit by Bast, we saw. That did not. Oh, this wasn't even in their deck. Oh yeah, it's just the hub card, yeah. That was so clutch, dude. That's a really good card to get off the hub. Ah! They didn't have the flexibility they needed to contest all the lanes. Arrow pulls it back, dude. Crazy to win this game with a 2-power Space Throne on turn 3 or 4 or whatever it was. Absolutely insane game to win. How do you win that game? That's cool. This deck's good, guys. This deck just wins a lot, man. And we're climbing, guys. This deck goes hard. Anybody thought about Omega Red and ZABU? We talked about it, actually. It was also in the reveal video for ZABU, believe it or not. Man, they must have a ZABU, huh? Not my favorite hand. I mean, Shuri Vision's good, so it's probably reason enough to stay in the game, but not exactly the OP hand here. Oh, ZABU's a reason to stay in the game. Okay. All right. Nova Domino. Okay. Nova certainly implies they're going to have some way to clear out these squirrels, doesn't it? Bishop. Okay. Is this that Agatha guy again? Running Nova? Oh my god, look at this guy.
Aid my
They have Carnage. They're just off to the races. Man. Is this actually our first ever Shuri Absorbing Man turn? We've never done it, but I think this might be the time. It's kind of the best way that I have to contest while still passing my Shuri value on to vision, right? Armor the Novas. It's too late though, because they're revealing first, you know. This is the last turn to play here anyway, so I mean, I guess if they go for a Killmonger later, it's not too late. We could do this, but then I don't get the vision. I guess if I do this though, I actually want to maybe leave the ability for vision to move left here, like not commit the vision. Although Squirrel's gonna screw that up potentially as well. No, I think I do this. I think this is fine. Let's not get too fancy. Goose, okay. Forge. I have no. I feel like the opponent's just playing a lot of cards that don't do anything. I feel like I have no idea what they're actually up to. You know? Maybe we like Arrow. I mean, we know they're playing here anyway, though, so not really. This gives me more flexibility. Do we ever actually like rescue so that I can get the buff? No, it's fine. Like, I just don't know their game plan. Sarah, but there's nothing left. There's one spot on board. I don't understand. Bishop can only go to +2. Like how do I like what is it just Agatha? I don't know what's happening. Does Nova mess me up at all? It is actually +8 here, isn't it? Nova like a Killmonger would tie mid actually. A Killmonger ties mid, guys. I wonder if I go big right and sack mid just to be safe. I mean, it's actually not safe because if they had like an Agatha, I could lose right. Although we're getting so big right. 27, we still win right. No, this is safer against Killmonger because they go. Oh no, Killmonger wipes out a Squirrel though, so they actually only gain 6 plus 2 bishops is actually 18. They would go to 18 mid. 6. Oh, but they lose 1, so no, they go to 17. 16, 15, yeah, they go to 17. No, that's not true. This should be fine. Killmonger's only 17, right? I think. God, I hope I did the math right. Oh my God, it's Killmonger. I called it. Oh, I'm losing 2! You idiots! I'm losing 2! I forgot to account for my own cards! Oh, but I still... No, I lose by 1. I literally mathed it out and then screwed myself at the last second. Oh my God. I actually knew the play too. Any replacements for Shuri? Boy, I don't know, man. I honestly think if you don't have Shuri, you gotta play a different deck. This deck was built pretty specifically with Shuri in mind, with our 5-drop curves. Like, you would just change the structure of the deck a little too much without Shuri. Wong Kamertage. Give me the ZABU, baby. Give me the ZABU, please. That's maybe still ZABU, who knows? Oh, that reads maybe Mr. Negative. Oh no, not Mr. Negative. It's District X, not Weird Worlds. That reads nothing. That means that means absolutely zilch, sir. Falcon. Yeah, I mean, we'll tempo stats. I mean, do I still play Wong in hopes that something cool happens, or do I just White Queen for the best possible plays? Probably just White Queen Jane Foster, don't we? We don't expect Jane to hit anything, but she's just a 5/8. That's not bad. Maximus might make their plays a little too good. I mean, are we confident we win right with Jane into whatever this 6 is? In other words, do I need to contest Kamertage at all, or we just give it? Like, can we go toe to toe with Miniaturized Lab, we're gonna have whatever their biggest card is, so we might match at the very least in lab. Maybe figure out a way to get there on a tie or something. Ah, Dr. Doom. Okay. So Doom Camertage is gonna make them really insane, but I could actually go Wong Doom. But then I lose. I kind of lose mid in that case usually, because I only have 11 and we assume they're going to go to at least 10. And I like, surely if they know that the Doom only pushes them to 10, that they're going to have to play something mid to beat 11, in which case Wong Doom doesn't actually do it. So if I go like here, I get 9. I shut down a Doom play there, which means I might be able to contest right, or I can just Doom 2, I guess. Try to win both. I think this is, oh no, I can't Doom if I goose, but I mean, is Jane Foster right enough to win this? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it, does it? Sunspot just gets so big. Oh, Vision as well throws a wrench in things a little bit. Ooh, Electra's kind of nuts. Now they got to contest all 3 lanes, maybe. Well, yeah, if we assume Vision's moving anyway, which I think he probably will be. The Electra swings back the Sunspot. Yeah, no, I think this is the way to go. Let's try this for sure. This feels good. Because winning mid's going to be tough. Like, they play Doom here, but we win the other 2, right? If that happens, so that's fine. That's just a Doom? Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, the Goose saves us here with the Doom, I think. Made that mid much, much easier to preserve. Otherwise, the Vision moving mid with a Doom left would have been a pretty killer move. All right, Armor Danger Room. Do we make life easy on everybody or not? I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of cards I want to play, right? Let's do it. It's fine. Domino. Okay. Sometimes that means we got like shenanigans unfolding. Trying to do something specific for the Domino. Maybe Agatha, maybe. Kind of like, I don't know. Bishop doesn't feel like Agatha to me, though. Absorbing, man, that would have been cool later. Oh, that's actually good to eat the Bishop now. That kills that scaling. That's awesome. Only added 1 power, really, and killed that scaling, which is great. Yeah, Wong into... I mean, technically you like Wong into rescue, but I don't think that's the line because we want to play on curve with Vision in particular. So let's White Queen right. See if we can't hit a good 6 to go with this Vision. Juggernaut was their highest cost card. Okay, so we saw a Bishop. This is definitely some kind of Silver Surfer action, no question. Are we gonna be happier with 3 6s? Or are we gonna be happier with... Or 3 4s, I mean, are we gonna be happier with Vision and a 4? 3 4s is probably better. Although, unfortunately, these aren't the highest power output 4s, are they? Without Shuri in particular, we just don't get that big here. We know this is pretty much lost to Silver Surfer. That's just too much power. There's a little bit of power here for a Silver Surfer. I kind of feel like the Vision flexibility here is going to be more meaningful than the 3 4s, just because we don't have a lot of 4s to do anything exciting. It's if we hit Shuri that I would be happy to play the Zabu. Without Shuri, Vision's just better. If Shuri were in hand, we'd play Zabu. But without it, I think we play Vision. Pretty low power though, so we're going to be quick to retreat here, I suspect. It was a 25%er. Yes, I hate myself now, but you don't. I mean, you just gotta take it, right? So we move Vision over. That's, let's see, they're at 8. They're going to 14 probably. I'm going to 16. 18. They play another 3 here. That's risky. Juggernaut hopefully wins me mid carefully though with Lizard. May not even necessarily always need it, but it might help. A little bit risky. I push something right that loses right, but I expect they're going to play right anyway. I think this is the safest bet. This is a risky 4 cubes here, honestly. This could go south pretty quick. Only one other card coming down with Surfer, we assume, though, so shouldn't be too crazy bad, but could still be enough to take right. Depending on what it is. Oh, only one card played. What in God's name is that going to be? Oh, arrow. That's totally fine, too. Okay. Yeah, this game went a little wacky, but as you saw, sometimes just playing the cards straight up is good enough. Sometimes you don't have to do the crazy thing, just play the vision. Vision's good, dude. I like vision. It has to be a card that originally cost 4. If it uses the hyphen 4 cost, that means this thing is a 4 cost card, and that's its nature. That's its characteristic. And then if it's a card that costs 4, that is its current state, if that makes sense. So it shouldn't work with wave. It shouldn't work with, like, so if you had Elysium, it will still work. Even though your cards cost 3, they are 4 cost. They cost 3, but they're 4 cost. That's the distinction. All right, Camartage might be insane for Shuri here. I mean, that's just really, I mean, do we even go like Shuri Absorbing Man? Absorbing Man doesn't work as well with Camartage. We really do want that vision to be double buffed, probably. I kind of wish I had a really good turn 3 play here. Iceman times 2 is pretty annoying. They're gonna be very stressed, I bet. ZABU? Oh my god. Sweet holy moly. It's a turn. All right, so vision on 4 I think is still fine. We could go White Queen now. I want to get this going though in case of any sort of Cosmo disruption. It may already happen, right? But in other words, I want to do it earlier rather than later, just to make sure we have this line. And I do think vision is our best option here. Although, man, I don't know. Arrow is pretty insane too, because we could lock up. Well, no, Nightcrawler means this lane does not get locked up. Vision just having that flexibility though to move is just so valuable. I think it's still vision. Now, Absorbing Man will not double on Camartage, right? He doesn't work with Wong. I'm assuming he won't work with Camartage. He's wonky that way. So I can't like get a 12 power Absorbing Man and then also 28 power vision. If I want the 28 power vision, I have to do it now, I think. I understand that's how it works anyway. It's weird Shuri doesn't have like a good buff. Oh, that Apocalypse is gonna be enormous, but we might be able to sack with Arrow in the Apocalypse turn just to make sure we're winning the other locations. Might be fine. Did we put no Shang-Chi in this deck? Nah. Oh my god. Wong? I mean, there's really not a reason for me to run a Wong, right? I think this is just gonna be an Arrow. Arrow mid, probably. I don't know though, man. I can't really contest left that well. Perhaps we need to start adding stats here. He's not playing the Apocalypse now, is he? I'm also just gonna get a giant Apocalypse though. Maybe that'll just be big enough to go toe to toe, right? I even should have put the armor mid because, oh yeah, it's actually not giant yet, is it? I was thinking it was gonna be bigger. Yeah, it's not that big yet. The words nobody wants to hear. I was thinking it was gonna be bigger. Man, this could kind of still go wrong, can it? I mean, if I do this, am I ever losing though, is the thing? Apocalypse is not big enough, right? They can't destroy the vision. This should match their Apocalypse, right? Should be fine. What's the real risk here? We're losing left. I mean, we could move this here too to snipe that, but I don't think there's any reason to. This protects against any kind of removal or whatever. Arrow right. The problem is there's not a lot of spaces left, so it could whiff, right? Because we have Elysium discounts. They could play something with Apocalypse. In fact, they have multiple swarms. But I think we beat the swarms off the 8 power here. Don't we? Maybe not. How many swarms did they have? They have 2 swarms or more. They might beat me with swarms. I think they'll play 1 swarm right, though. Two swarms mid. It's not enough without an outside influence. Yeah, if they played another swarm mid, they would have actually... Why play the swarm right? I guess in case I move the vision out and play the Apocalypse there. Yeah, they had the 4 swarms. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a little risky. But see, yeah, arrow wouldn't have worked, right? Arrow would have screwed me. But I don't know that I had a better line if I'm going to try to win the game, do I? ZABU in hand, that's a good sign. Mindscape, we might actually be able to get out all of our power prior to Mindscape just because the ZABU's there. I mean, arrow on 5 is still going to be arrow on 5, but we have a good turn 4 at least with Shuri White Queen. Or in other words, I don't think I need to get rid of Mindscape necessarily. Ooh, the early ZABU, dang. Okay, can I get a Wong? Can I get a Wong? No. Turn 3 though, we can play like White Queen Iceman. I guess if I White Queen though, I'm kind of giving them their own best card back. So White Queen is maybe a little bit of a liability.
Wind
Oh, never mind. Okay.
my hand.
Now we're free to White Queen. Yeah, I don't think we need to mess with the Shuri here. This is fine. Hopefully 8's enough. I mean, they don't have any energy cheat here, so they're really actually just on 3 energy. I don't know what's going to be 8 power on 3 or even 6 power on 3. I mean, I guess a Juggernaut would be pretty sick. But we could vision through a Juggernaut, so that's no problem. We could even vision through Juggernaut and a later Silver Surfer, honestly. Rude, though, might demand a vision to contest with Silver Surfer, huh? 14, Surfer adds 12 there. So... yeah, this should actually win flooded with Surfer, right? They go to 20, I go to 22. Most of their power's locked up there. I mean, I obviously could arguably just try to contest the other locations as well, but that's kind of a fixed amount, we know. If I pull ahead enough here, surely between vision on 5 and arrow on 6, right, we'll pull this off, right? We're actually done with that anyway. That's fine. That's all finished. I mean, I guess arrow right doesn't always do what we need because of Surfer. I'm kind of small mid. Shocker Patriot. Okay, so we still think there's going to be a Surfer. Now, the problem is the Patriot throws off my vision math. Mystique Surfer's not scary. Because I could just keep vision mid and they're only going to be adding 6 power off of Surfer or 9. I think it's definitely time to give left and just play arrow right, isn't it? Like, just pull something weak and small into sewer system to eat the debuff. Maybe multiple things get debuffed that way. Arrow contests. Maintain the lead with vision mid. He's protected by armor. I mean, I think this looks okay, right? Let's try it and see. Oh man, they're confident. Dang. Yeah, that's not enough. Like we mapped out though. That's perfect. Yeah, it's exactly what we expected to happen.
Victory.
That's fine. Okay, so the Patriot threw, you know, a little disruption there, but not enough. We're still just so big. Vision's insane big.